We are pleased as always to be bringing you coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And that's not going to be returned, as so many kicking teams elect to do. This is past the landing zone, and we'll start at the 30. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. A run for the first time with Bijan Robinson. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
Ball on the 35. Here comes 2nd and 5. Off the play fake. Richards. Throw left side complete. That's Atkins. So that'll be no better than an incompletion. And now 3rd down and 6 to go. And now the Saints are going to take a timeout on defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. This defense looking for an early stop. This is 3rd down and 6.
And now they'll shift things around.
Play clock down to 5, and they're going to burn a timeout. Just their first in this half. We'll step aside and come right back.
Ready? Liking 18. Riggs. Panther 11.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw.
And that nearly an opening drive INT, but it does fall incomplete. Not the way he wanted to start this ball game as it brings up 4th down.
So they're forced to punt on 4th as this one's away. Taken in at the 22. It's a 40-yard punt, 4 yards on the return. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10.
They'll start with a run by Mitchell.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Well, you often say that sort of opens the playbook now, 2nd and short. What do you think, early shot here?
I like where you're going. Obviously, we've been together for a while because you know me. I want to take that shot early and loosen things up.
Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a yard. Once again, it's Mitchell.
A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
2nd and 1, and people want to run the football. This is where every back in the league is supposed to do exactly what we just saw there. Pick up the 1st down.
Ready up.
First down, here's Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Buying time to his left. And this turns into a nice gain with a slide at the end. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
This early in the game, it's all about making steady progress downfield, hoping to lead to early points. And you can do it with your actual play calls or sometimes something a little more improvised, as we just saw there.
Yeah, the Falcons going to use another timeout. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this 1st quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Here's a quick throw out to Wilson.
Call it a gain of 6 on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
Yeah, 1 for 1, a lot more to go.
A handoff from Mitchell running left.
The 20. 5. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there. 42 yards.
And the Saints are on the board here first in the season opener.
Both sides of the football in sync early. You force the 3 and out, and then you take it down, score points.
You know what that tells me? They sold their game plan really well. Head coach said, listen, we're just going to stop them on 3 and out. We're going to take the ball downfield and score. But he also told them how it was going to happen. They're going to run this. We're going to stuff it. Then we're going to take the ball. They won't be able to keep up with us. And they got it done.
Extra point forthcoming. And he's 1 for 1 on the new year as his kick is good. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away. And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. They were forced to punt on their initial drive of the new season. Now they're ready to go as they begin again with a 1st and 10. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5.
Not a huge play, but I think they're more than happy with how it turned out. Don't be surprised to see them revisit that call because there was a lane there for more than just 5 yards. Put it in your back pocket and break it out when you need it later.
Here we go, Shaq.
And now an audible here into something else. On 2nd down, another shot for Robinson.
And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1.
On any running play that's called, they're always hoping that it's going to break big and go. But when you get a nice gain like that, you're able to do so many things anyway. You can come back and run essentially the same play again, continue to move the ball on the ground, or you can decide to throw the ball now because usually you have the defense back on its heels.
A yard all they need, but it's 3rd down.
Unlock line. Unlock line. Reload. Reload. Bring it.
And with the play clock at 3, we'll get a signal and a timeout on the whistle. And my goodness, they're now out of timeouts here in this 1st quarter.
3rd down and 1. Robinson will try to pick it up.
And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49.
So not a lineman, but the tight end instead this time, drawing the holding call.
And more what you're getting with tight ends are guys who are much more receiver than blocker. They may be willing, but that might not be their thing. Oftentimes, they'll be the ones getting the penalties.
Trap 60. Trap 60. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down, Richards. Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield. First catch of the new season for him, and he picks up the 1st. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. That's a gain of 31 with right around 1 minute to go in the quarter.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack. Because remember the last drive, they went 3 and out.
A first red zone opportunity of the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10. Back to Robinson now on 1st down. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down.
Well, they're making an effort to get the ground game going tonight. So far, it's working.
I like what we're seeing from the offensive line. They seem to have the leverage going, and they're controlling things and reestablishing the line of scrimmage, moving that defensive front backwards. But also like what the runner's giving us, too. It appears that he's been waiting all day long to get out here and take off.
And the Falcons are going to have a 1st and goal forthcoming as he takes this down to about the 5-yard line. After 1, 7-0 on EA Sports. A chance for their first points of the season here as it's 1st and goal. They'll run with Robinson. And he's able to break out of 1 tackle, but then quickly brought down.
A pickup of 4 on 1st down. It'll be 2nd and goal. When we talk about being on schedule, I think they're on schedule after that run, getting it right down there on the doorstep.
Maybe even a little bit ahead because now the defense can't dictate with pressure. They're guessing about where you're going to go. I might come right back at them with the same play, the same set, and see if they can stop them.
And that play's not going to get him in as he stopped right at about the line of scrimmage.
Panther 60. Panther, check, check. Go, check, go, check. 60 Bison, 60 Bison.
One of the tight ends comes in motion.
Robinson. And Robinson will not get there. Great defense at the point of attack to stop him short of the 1st.
No gain on the play, and what to do now on 4th and goal. So out now comes the field goal unit for the Falcons. From the right hash at a bit of a tight angle. And his kick is good. So a conservative decision there, but it does put him on the board.
And I know the players hate it and the coaches hate it, but sometimes you just got to take the points when they're there. Sometimes a field goal is pretty darn good.
And no run back forthcoming, so this will come out to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they get another shot here with a 1st and 10. 61 yards rushing for him in this first half as he is looking in mid-season form here in the opener.
I think we all suspected that they were going back to him after he found the end zone on his last carry. And they kept the positive momentum going there. Another nice run by him.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line.
4 yards the pickup, 1st down. Right back to Mitchell here.
And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line.
He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
That's caught by Tucker.
And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45.
17 yards on the catch and run. It's a 1st down.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
And some space here. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 25 yards to pick up there and also a first down. Off play action. Haynes. And he's going to be taken down here. A sack back at the 32. The defense rising to the challenge and setting him back on the sack. 2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3 our score. So after the sack, a scenario you certainly don't work on too often. 2nd and 24. Operating from the gun. Haynes. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
This one complete to Mecole Hardman. Well, they'll get 15, but that won't be nearly enough. It's 4th down.
I don't know how many times, not just in my playing career, but you and I working together, have we ever heard a coach say, you know, I just don't have that play on my call sheet. And that's really what we had here. That was a big hole they were trying to get out of.
Yeah, big gain, still a ways to go, though. And this one is right through. And they push the lead up to a touchdown now at 10-3. So no problems at all on that one. And you know, there's virtually no win. This is a kicker's dream here tonight.
It absolutely is, isn't it? So to me, with no wind, it should be a passer's dream as well, right? But in this case, the defense held out. They had to force the field goal.
And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
Yeah, and this is exactly why you practice a 2-minute drill all through camp and at least one practice each week before a game. A minute left, more than enough time to string a few completions together, reach the end zone, and then make that walk back to the locker room just a little more animated.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Back to throw. Richards.
That's into a double team, and it's intercepted. That, Charles, the first interception he's thrown here in year number 2.
And I know it's just the first one, but didn't it feel like what we saw from him last year, where he was plagued by this type of a play? And they thought that, you know, over the offseason, going into a second season, some of that would go away. Thus far, still looks a lot like his rookie year.
This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half.
Now a 2nd and 2.
Looking to throw. Haynes. Catch made right side by Wilson. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
Back to throw. Haynes. Escaping the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
And here you're down in the red zone. You need to be smart, not force anything. So that's a wise decision to just get rid of the football.
Ready? 2nd and 10.
Off the play fake. Haynes forced out to his left. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away.
And once he escaped the pocket there, he tried to keep those eyes downfield, but nothing was materializing. So he makes a smart move and gets that to the sideline.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Let's go now.
They'll look to throw again. Eluding the pressure right.
That is caught.
And he'll be out of bounds about a half to a full yard shy of the 5. 11 yards for number 11.
And remember, this drive started off following the turnover, and they've taken no time working their way down the short field. A nice connection there, and now they're looking at a 1st and goal.
Let's go.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Flushed out right. And he'll just throw this one over in the way of the security crew. Incomplete here.
And down here, 1st and goal, if it's not there, don't force it. You've got at least 2, if not 3 more shots at it. So that's a wise move to get rid of it.
So they've been in the red zone 3 times, and it's yielded just 3 points. Can they find the end zone here on 2nd and goal? They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. And he'll just chuck this one up into row G. It's incomplete.
Good coverage yet again down here by the goal line. Everyone's blanketed, and he's forced to throw it away and try and come up with something on 3rd down.
So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. And his kick is indeed good, and that will do it for this first half. So we've hit intermission. It's halftime. This is the NFL, and it's a presentation of EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3. We'll see if week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half.
And no return forthcoming. It'll be a touchback. And the 3rd quarter will start from the 30.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started.
And they've got the lead, CD. What do you expect from them in the second half?
Well, I like what they were able to do on the ground in the first half because they had a lot of success running the ball, and I certainly think we'll see more of that. But I'd keep an eye on that defense, and I think their coaches up in the box will do the exact same thing. If they start to see 1 or 2 guys start to creep towards the line of scrimmage, that'll be licensed to take some shots downfield.
From the 31, here's a 2nd down and 9.
Now before this 2nd down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
Now 2nd and 9.
They hand off to their big tight end.
Down the left sideline.
And they will finally get him down, but not before he takes this to the Falcons' 15. A big-time play there for New Orleans. 54 yards on the ground. So you got the lead here in the second half. Obviously, you love big runs like that at any time. Here, you really like them.
And how about the confidence that's being exhibited by that offense now? They don't care what you're lining up doing on the defensive side. They want the big fella to carry the football and carry it often.
Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Running left, here's Mitchell.
A tough run gets him just inside the 10 to the 9, but no further.
96 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night.
And he's got him. It's caught in the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 9-yard touchdown grab.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that'll make this a 3-score game now. The lead moves to 17. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Looking up into the lights, and he muffs it. And this will get out of bounds. No worries there, though. That still goes as a touchback. About set to begin their next drive. The Falcons offense at the line.
Here we go, set.
Throwing to start the drive. Richards. He's going to go for a big play downfield. This is intercepted. CD, I know it's just his second year in the league as a quarterback, but that's going to be one when he flips on the tape. He's like, I shouldn't have thrown that ball.
No doubt about it, and his coaching staff will be emphatic about he shouldn't have thrown that ball. But remember, second year, as you noted, on-the-job training, so he's got to take this feedback that he's getting, negative or otherwise, and turn it into positives moving forward.
Ready, break. Here we go, here we go. Hiking 18. Check.
They run over center with Mitchell. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
And that's what this defense is going to need to do more in the second half. Good pressure that time, forces some indecision in the backfield. He's going to wind up being taken down for a nice loss.
60 Eagles, 60. Oh,
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And some good tackling there as he stopped up at about the 41.
After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who could do more than one thing. And I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. And this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on 3rd down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
I thought that was a completed pass until he came in and forced the ball from his hands. Not only did he make a nice play, he brings up 4th down.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Looking to throw. Haynes. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. And he'll have a tough time living that one down. It's one thing, Charles, to drop a pass. It's quite another to drop it on 4th down.
And so many teams work on that in terms of locking in on those key downs. You know, you and I have both been to practices where we've seen, hey, 3rd down situation, big 3rd down alert, lock in here, 4th down play, make sure you're focused just a little bit extra. It didn't pay off in that situation.
2nd and 9.
And he finds a man on the crossing route. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And down to the 41.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They follow up the gain of 2 with a gain of 1 that time.
Oh, it's time to give a little credit there to the defense. They played that very well because it was a drag route, and he ran it a little shallower than normal as he worked straight across the field. He was hoping he'd get lost behind the defensive line, but once he made the catch, nowhere to turn upfield and gain any yardage.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. 40 yards.
And the Falcons are able to make some inroads here to that deficit.
Extra point right down the middle. And the lead is trimmed down to 10. So the lead back down to 10 as things get a little more interesting, and the kick is away.
And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. This now a 10-point game, so things tightening a little bit after that last score.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's go now.
Off play action. Haynes. And it's caught over the middle. Wilson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
That's another beautiful throw right there. Gets it to his man right in stride, and I think that throw kind of exemplifies what we've seen from this offense throughout this game. They've been in rhythm, they've been sharp, they've been on it, and they pick up another first down there.
A shotgun handoff to Mitchell.
And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
Have to give credit for a nice play there, but also have to look at it as a blown assignment. He became a free runner that turned into a free hitter.
Right back to Mitchell on 2nd down.
And some room to work. And he'll take it into the end zone for the Saints touchdown. A big play there. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints will add on to their lead here in the final minute of the 3rd.
You get in a 2nd and long situation down here in the red zone. I'd say most defensive coaches would think pass. Let's bring some pressure. So this is kind of a tendency breaker here to hit him with something on the ground, and he'll take it all the way into the end zone.
Now the extra point try forthcoming. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away.
And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Here's 2nd and 7.
Back to throw. Richards.
He's going to drop this underneath for Robinson.
That one a first down pickup of 8.
19 Tiger.
1 quarter remains here as we wrap up the week on a Monday night.
First and 10, and they've got 3 tight ends out there. A jumbo package look. Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And a pretty athletic run right there as he's going to get this down inside the 40. 95 yards on the ground for him now as he has gotten better, really, as the night's gone on.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line. Looking to throw. Richards. He's looking deep for Bell.
And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And the Saints are going to get it back here just shy of the 20.
Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his 2nd season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. Caught. It's Wilson.
And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable 4th quarter lead. Trying the right side with Mitchell.
And for one of the first times all night, he is going to go nowhere as they bury him behind the line. Off the play fake. Haynes being chased out left. And he'll just get rid of it.
Oh, I saw this one with defensive eyes because even as he escaped the pocket and bought time, the coverage stayed tight. Nothing broke down. Throwing it away, that was his only option.
The offense on 3rd down tonight, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is going to be 3rd and 13. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
Here comes the Saints punter now. Always a good sign when your first punt comes in the 4th quarter. Shrugs him off. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
So a good punt there, but a nice return of 11 yards.
And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
And whatever promise they showed in the preseason has not translated into week 1 because they have not been particularly competitive here at home, no less. These fans just kind of beside themselves right now. Robinson with another carry.
And he works free.
Still on his feet.
And he's going to take this all the way down to the Saints' 12-yard line.
From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
In motion goes the tight end. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. And he's going to be taken down, sacked back around the 18-yard line. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Operating from the gun, Richards. And he finds Forsett.
And he's going to be touched down here. Here now, 3rd and a yard.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping. Defensively, maybe a little too fired up there for a 3rd down stop.
Remember in preseason when we were going to camps and watching people, they worked on this, right? In the heat of the summer, still did it anyway.
Robinson pushing his way into the end zone. Touchdown. Well, they needed 3 scores to have any chance. There's the first of the 3 as they get into the end zone.
Yeah, Brandon, I think that our guys at Next Gen Stats in charge of the win probability are probably saying your chances still aren't great. But now, you still got more than 3 minutes to go. You got to focus on the task at hand, which is going to be getting the football back as quickly as possible.
2 scores down, 3 timeouts left. Still a chance if they can somehow get this one back. And the Saints hands team able to rein this one in. The risk-reward of the onside kick. When you don't get it, the risk comes out to play, and here they gave up great field position.
And that's the key to everything, because you're trying your best to press advantages when you have them, and field position leads you to that type of play calling. And whether you want to blitz or whether you want to throw the ball deep, those types of things, now they've given up that. Position, the advantage is switched to their opponent.
And for the defense, this is a spot where you don't want to totally sell out to stop the run, but you do have a pretty good idea of what you're going to see. And that's good work right there to keep them in check on that first down carry.
2nd and 9 from the 44. Up the middle, here's Mitchell.
And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
And this is the worry, because sometimes you can get a little too predictable in spots like this. You know you're going to run the ball, but they know you're going to run the ball as well. And now you look up and you're staring at an important 3rd down.
Two minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks. On 3rd down, here's Mitchell.
And he's just going to be short here, barely. Maybe by a half a foot. It'll be 4th and inches. And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
Going for it, it's Mitchell.
And he gets it to the 32, good enough for a first down. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on 4th.
I have to chuckle to myself a little bit, Brandon, because right now I could be in that huddle with that offensive line. I know exactly what they're saying. If you call a pass play here, we're going to call a timeout. Run the football. We got control of this thing. Get in behind us and let's go.
Their time to shine.
168 yards rushing for him now to this point.
I like it. I like the call. Still an opportunity to run the football and chew up a little more time off the clock.
Another run with Mitchell.
And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. A great play there, with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns.
And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead.
A try here for the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. The ball upright on the tee, and the Saints kick team booms it away.
And no run back here. That's going to be a touchback, and we'll bring it out to the 30-yard line.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
And for the fourth time tonight, it's an interception.
Marcus Jones picks it. And the Saints are going to get the football here as he gets this up to the 38-yard line.
This spot in the fourth quarter with that deficit had to throw the football. Unfortunately, there's the risk of big turnover.
And you know you're going to be throwing against nickel, dime, all sorts of exotic defenses, but you have to do it anyway. Ordinarily, you might want to run the football a little bit, try and get them out of it. But as you noted, this time of the game, this point on the clock, had to throw it.
Now it looks like he'll throw here. Gonna look deep for Wilson.
Into a sea of defenders and intercepted.
And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, their defense got him the football with an interception. They trot out there, Charles, in the very first play. They give the football right back.
Brandon, I almost expect you to come in like an auctioneer. We've got two. We got two. Do I hear three? Remember, it was 2 in a row. Would we hit 3 in a row? Because these offenses, they got to be a little bit more careful as they go forward. These defenders, they're locked in and really focused.
Here we go, set.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, that's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out-personnelled. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Flush to his right. Oh, he finds his running back open downfield.
Now inside the 25.
And he's finally down at the 21-yard line.
Well, partner, that'll do it. These week one primetime games, they always seem to have a little bit more electricity, a little more anticipation, a fun one tonight, and a lot of fun ones that we have on the road ahead.
And, partner, I love the word you just used there, electricity. Things were crackling out there, weren't they? And let's face it, both of these teams came in with the idea, get off to the start. Get off to a 1-0 start and get your season going. That could spark an excellent season for them. They've got that in their pocket now.
So for New Orleans, it'll be a happy trip home as they start the season with a road victory here on a Monday night. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for the Falcons,